secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, and home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Jayhawks will boot it away to start the game. And he's going to bring this one out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pulls it in. It's Savage. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. This guy's always a big part of the game plan, and they get him involved right off the bat.
I mean, it's pretty simple. Your best players should touch the football the most. First play out the gates. I know I got a big-time advantage, big-time wide receiver. Get him the football, make the gain. I expect we'll see a lot more of that throughout this football game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Handoff from the gun. Turning it on. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. It's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He leaves it with his back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Running back searching for a hole. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Skips away from pressure. Got him downfield. Discards him with the stiff arm. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Jayhawks getting set on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Kansas! First points of the day are on the board. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Give to the running back. Brings it to the open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll leave it with him. Past the first down marker and still running. Open space at the 25. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Cowboys just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Runs through a tackle. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
Get set, get set.
Wants to go up top. Got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Oklahoma State!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The inside handoff. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Bohannon. Oh, he's got some space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really nice groove right now.
The Jayhawks are marching down the field. He's looking to pass. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Ready up. Cut. Here we go.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. quickly out to the tight end. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They'll go to the air. Makes the catch. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be third down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. At the 45, on its way. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Wants to throw it. Finds his tight end. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. So go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Man, is this place loud right now. The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll move the wide receiver. The give from the gun. There he goes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now facing a third and long. Might be changing the route. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll pull it down. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on fourth down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got an open man. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. The sure hands, it's Savage. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Cowboys will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Trying to make magic with his feet. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
He's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
Running to Green. Hard running there. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Jayhawks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
On the ground, it's Clemens. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Going to sling it on second down. Steps away. Throws to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. Third down and a big one for the Cowpokes. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Jayhawks. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Gets rid of it. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
What a play by this defense. You got the offense backed up. You stay aggressive, break on the football, make a big play, and your offense is jacked up inside the 5-yard line with a chance to punch this in and get some points on the board.
Looking to throw. Trying to get rid of it. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense. In the sudden change situation, they've barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sideline. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own goal line, and a phenomenal job getting lined up, communicating, and making sure that that pass play fell incomplete.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Defense might bring the house here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback extends the play. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough. And now the offense faces third and goal. Back's got it. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand-new game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Louisville. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Buys a little time with his feet. Working on the right. Wide open spaces. Inside the 30. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He'll bring it out. It's Bohannon. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Kansas offense returns to the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Jayhawks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Might be looking to run. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. He's got it all right. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. And the Jayhawks will have it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job.
Open field on the right. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. on first down. Makes the catch. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the fourth quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Now he's going to throw back to the middle. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Turning it on. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Touchdown, Rock Chalk! And they take it in for 6 more points. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Oklahoma State, 14.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. State has it back and the offense is on the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. He's got him. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26 and a good pickup for this offense here.
We just have not called this guy's name enough. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football, and that was only his second catch. And I think that's a big reason why they're trailing this much in this game so late. They just have not been able to get one of their biggest weapons involved as often as they needed to.
Leaves it with the running back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. Gonna take a shot. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. He'll do it himself. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. To the ground with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the right. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Under fire. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you just try to put up more stats. Listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
To the air on first down. Grabbed on the outside, it's Jackson. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on second down. He's got his man. And they'll knock him down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses that got some room to run.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The Jayhawks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Looking to throw for it. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Got it in the middle. It's Dugan. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Making side adjustments here.
29 Philly.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You can tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Scrambling away. He'll pull it down and run. Crosses the 30. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they take a knee on 4th down, having inflicted enough damage, and that ought to do it. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They